Shit. What was it again? Line? No, just kidding. From the beautiful Sun City, this is the All of a Sudden podcast. What's up, guys?
Hey, guys. Ooh.
Hi.
So, we made it. We're on episode 50.
Half of 100.
Yeah,
I know.
We're half a decade old.
I know, right? Damn. Half a decade, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we started almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Decade is 10, century is 100.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
All right. So this week's beer of the week is the New Belgium's Voodoo Ranger 1985 IPA, found at your local WB with a 6.7 APV. It should be a powerful drink.
I heard it has some hints of mango, so let's find out.
I've actually never had it.
It actually just came out.
You can actually taste. Oh, sorry. Everybody started talking. You can actually taste the hints of mango, like right away.
And,
oh, that's right. You're not a mango lover.
Nope. If you watched our White Claw video, I do not like mango, and that's oof. Yeah, that is a lot of mango.
It is a hazy IPA, so it's definitely got like that cloudier look to it.
I like how they offer to share or not, you know.
Here,
like
Dalila,
I like
here.
how they had their beers, but we're just sitting here like, oh, okay,
hey,
cool,
Julian,
thanks.
pass me a brew.
Here you go. Wait, is it this side, that side, over here?
Hey, let me pass you one real quick too, bro. Here.
So yeah, obviously today, guys, we have the usual Jose, yours truly, Dalila, and Blad, who's been on about 2 episodes already, or 1 episode?
There was one, but it was when you guys were starting up, so I had to join through like PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were all crowded in Julian's room, and he was on a PlayStation party.
We were social distancing with Blad before it was cool.
Yeah.
At that point, that's when you were living in San Antonio, right?
I think that time I was living in San Antonio. It probably was. Yeah.
So are you you said you were looking at houses yesterday. You're moving back to El Paso, or are you moving somewhere else?
We're just pretty much we were actually looking, man. Pretty much started the process actually for here in El Paso.
Well, you know what you're gonna need at that new home?
I don't know, bro. What am I gonna need?
Some cleaning supplies, man. Get rid of that Rona.
All of it's in my bloodstream, bro.
Hell yeah, man. You gotta inject it like the good old president said. So here's me trying to kill some
got my cleaning products ready.
Oh my god.
Trying to kill the Rona.
Why does it look like an Ed and Eddie like bleach?
This is actually just like Great Value bleach, and I just kind of like made a label.
You made it better? You made it better?
I made it to Trump standard.
The sweet taste of Fabuloso.
Did you actually drink some
Ocean Paradise? Oh yeah, look it. I gotta get rid of the Rona, man.
Oh my god. Wait, what's really in there?
I feel like it's Gatorade.
It's just Powerade.
It's just Powerade.
No, it's Malibu.
You could have fooled me,
with
man.
Powerade.
You put some MD in there? Some MD?
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh no,
wow.
no.
There still was a little hint of Fabuloso. I can kind of taste
you taste the cleanliness.
Hell yeah. I could taste the Rona being washed away outside my butthole, where apparently aliens and astronauts live.
So speaking of bad things to put in your body, in honor of the episode 50, I challenged Julian to do the Spicy Ramen noodle challenge.
Ooh, and I accepted that challenge.
Yeah, so I delivered him a packet of these very spicy ramen with like a devil chicken on the label. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, dude, I've had those. I actually have the ×2 version of it, like over here.
This is
that
it?
Is the ×2.
This is the ×2.
Oh, that is the ×2? Dude, hey, you're down to do it together, Julian?
Do you have it right now?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Well, we should have told you ahead of time.
Well,
it takes,
I've
like
prepared
5-10
my bowl as well.
Vlad, you gotta remember that they're sharing beer, they're sharing ramen. We're just
just here. We're living in their world.
You guys have the
Yeah.
beautiful faces.
I got my jacket on, Delilah. I'm matching.
Okay, yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, Julian, you're forgiven. Joe, what the hell?
Joe, what the hell?
But
No, I'm just kidding, bro.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see if Julian, he's not a big fan of his spices, so I wanted to see if he could handle the ramen challenge and if he could go the rest of the show with a belly full of
oh my god,
with hot magma.
Yeah, let's find
I
out.
feel like this is not gonna be fun for him.
We'll see.
Well,
I didn't skimp on it. I used all the sauce, all the spices. I didn't use too much water, so you can kind of hear it, like it's just noodles. I mean, I don't want to flip it on my laptop here, but yeah, there you go. You could see. And I got my chopsticks, which I learned how to use in fucking.
I think Joe's suffering.
Oops!
Whoa!
But you're doing it too.
Whoa.
All right, so in honor of ingesting harmful substances, here we go.
No.
Damn.
No. Mm-mm. Oh, child.
That's really good. It's got an interesting flavor. It's oh god, it's starting to affect it.
I feel like it's like 2 seconds into it, like.
It's because what it is you need it to. You need it to.
It was almost immediately. I feel it burning right here.
My gums are starting to burn.
It's gonna be fun on the way out.
Immediately. Oh. I'm starting to perspire. Oh.
So between the cleaning agent and the spice, I should be Rona free by the end of the day.
Right, that's another thing we're all looking for. It's the heat kills Corona.
Yeah, heat kills Corona, apparently. So yeah, guys. So Blad, aside from moving, what else have you been up to?
Actually, man, I've been really trying to get my content creator stuff going for a while. I've been upgrading my equipment more than creating with it. But
well, you did start a vlog, correct?
Yeah, man. I did started vlogging I think last year in July or August, and it's been pretty fun. I really enjoy actually doing YouTube. So I suggest everybody, whoever is thinking about doing it, just jump into it, because everyone that I've looked up to, I mean, they all say it, but coming from somebody who thinks that oh man, the videos are just never gonna be that good, it's like you gotta start somewhere, you know.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we said on the first episode. Actually, was the thing that what you gotta do is you just gotta do it. You just gotta get started. Gotta get your foot in the door.
I actually feel myself sweating here. Yeah, honestly, you can't really be focused too much on views and how many likes and all this stuff, because if you keep doing that, you're just never gonna.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Get anywhere.
Think you need some Fabulosa with that, man?
Yeah. Let me wash it away.
They're gonna need milk.
I forgot to pour myself some milk, and I thought I was gonna need it.
I think Joe's suffering more than Julian.
Oh yeah,
this
Joe can handle his spice.
This backfired a lot.
Hey man, wash it down with that mango IPA.
Hell yeah! I'm hitting it.
Really hurt more.
I think it has to do with the lipids or something and spices.
Wow.
Starting to see colors.
I think I'm gonna start crying. I'm fucking I'm sweating and tearing up over here. Woo! What a delicious bowl of delicious noodles.
My thing is, I don't know why Joe proposed it if he can't handle his spice at all.
My fingers are tingling.
Your fingers are tingling?
Oh yeah. Now I can enjoy good spice. I mean, my mom's chili is killer.
So he says.
It is. It really is. It hurts.
It
is, but it is very, very good.
Woo-wee.
I honestly thought this wouldn't be that bad. My brother warned me. Oh,
And what did he say?
I say he was right. He's gonna love hearing that. Excuse me.
So yeah, guys, welcome to like the first week of reopening. How are you guys noticing, or how you guys what are you guys noticing out there?
More cars.
More car accidents.
Oh yeah.
No, seriously, like I mean before like there wasn't that much traffic, I guess, like in the neighborhood overall. You know what I mean? And now there's just a bunch of cars all over the place now. So more cars.
Do you guys think people are actually gonna go out and visit their moms this
Oh
upcoming
yeah,
Mother's
for
Day?
sure. That I mean that's a given. I mean Mother's Day is like a huge deal. So I mean I live with my mom, so I don't have to go visit her. I just walk into her room or something, you know. But yeah, for sure. A lot of people are gonna be visiting their moms if they don't live with them or something or another.
Did you already get your mom a Mother's Day gift?
No, because I'm poor.
What about you, Blad?
Well, I don't really want to be a downer, but I don't really like celebrate that stuff because I haven't like had any contact with my mom for a while.
Ooh,
Yeah, nah, but it's all good. Because I have somebody who I look up to that's kind of like I guess my mother figure. Um, she really likes like tulips, so I'm probably gonna do something with my dad, like to do something nice for her.
you're gonna send us some tulips in the Animal Crossing mail?
Yeah, dude. Because I balled out on some turnips today, so
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe.
you
How are your nips currently doing?
my nips are doing pretty solid right now, man. I've been seeing some people go a little more ham than I have, but I've been filling up my whole house with my nips. I've been just covering all the walls, all the floors, just nipping it up.
they pin it up.
But
So,
yeah, man, it's pretty, like, that's definitely the way to kind of beat that game is you got to really invest in those turnips. Once you get like a solid set, then you just kind of like fish around for like whoever's selling it for real expensive. Like I think I had them for 300 the other day, and woo wee, goddamn, this
or time travel, you dirty cheater.
I'm not time traveling. Other people time travel. I just benefit from their time traveling. Ah,
Oh, are you talking about when you go in and switch the time?
Yeah.
And then
So
yeah, I saw something like that. People were doing that.
whatever. Whoever doesn't know, we're talking about Animal Crossing, and the way it runs is in real time. So if you're doing things, you have to start exactly in the morning, get your fresh nips out, and go throughout your day. And a lot of people like to progress their game by going into their Switch settings and just fast forwarding time.
I like how the guy who doesn't have the game is like explaining the game.
And did I explain it wrong?
You missed a few key points. So like with the turnips, right? There's actually this online tool that you can use called Turnip Calculator. And it's pretty sweet. So like at the beginning of the week, you ask that little piggy with the booger in, "Hey Wyatt, what's up?" "Yeah, I'm recording, buddy. Come here. Come here. 50th
That boy.
episode. Woo. Anyway, so yeah, starting at the beginning of the week, you input that number into the calculator, and then you just kind of follow it little by little. And it's not the most accurate calculator in the world, but it does give you your best day. So it'll tell you like between these days and these days might be your maximum profit. But the more you input the data into it, the more accurate it gets. So and then another thing that's crazy is so if you play the game, the turnip prices change from the morning to the night. I mean to the afternoon. So before it'll probably be like 80 bells, and then like your afternoon might be your, I don't know, where it spikes or vice versa. You keep putting that stuff into the calculator and it'll narrow down to the perfect day to sell, or at least to where you won't lose as much money. But you really need bells, man, to progress in that game, because after a while, like, you start needing like bridges, you start needing to build houses and all this other stuff, so that way you can get that delicious 5-star rating. So
Delicious.
I stopped eating so that way I could like talk a little more, and it's barely starting to kind of tone down a bit.
Oh yeah, I noticed you kind of.
Well, I'll get into it on the second half, but you're dying over here, and we need to talk. We need people.
I think I'm growing an immunity,
Oh yes,
and
do
it's
another one
not
then.
hurting as much. I just took a pretty big bite of it right now. Feeling pretty good.
Send nudes,
Send
Feel real good.
nudes. There's some spicy nudes, bro.
some spicy nudes. They're delicious. So subscribe to my OnlyFans and no, just kidding.
I did.
Oh yeah, Delilah's getting into OnlyFans. Who have you subscribed to?
I am not no.
No, you don't subscribe to Sabrina or anybody?
Nah, just look at what you send me.
Oh yeah.
What you
Yeah.
sent me?
It's because me and Delilah have like this back and forth of like these beautiful women and their like Instagram pages or their sometimes like their OnlyFans or whatever. And Delilah's too scared to get on OnlyFans, but I show her like, look, if you could see like all your, because she has one that she really likes, and I'm like, if you subscribe, you can get all her content, but you don't want to.
No, I don't. But I mean, based on what she posts, because she has like 3 Instagram pages for some odd reason. One of them is actually pretty private. I don't know if you follow that one, Julian, but like, I mean, one of them is actually private, and that one is a little bit more, I guess, R-rated compared to like her PG-13 pages. And then whatever Julian sends me from her Twitter account. So like.
Oh, Twitter is a lot less restrictive. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously.
so like I mean based on what I can see, like by following her pages and then whatever you send me through like her Twitter page, like I'm okay, I'm content. I don't need to do her OnlyFans.
I guess that's fair. What about you, Blad? Any OnlyFans you're subscribing to? You want to subscribe to my OnlyFans feed?
Defense feed. I'm good, bro.
That way I could have my own Wiki Feet page.
Oh no, was that a thing? I didn't
I
even know
think
that was a
Wiki
thing.
Feet. Yeah, Wiki Feet is a thing, right?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You can find your favorite celebrities' feet and their overall ranking.
That's
Oh,
great.
that's right.
man,
They have a ranking system.
It's so crazy. I've actually because of my job, like because I work like sales. Some of the people, like the stuff that I hear from them is just insane. Like this one girl, she told me she makes like money just on like something like feed pics, and she makes over like 10 grand a month.
Shut up.
It's that plus being like a sugar baby. That's so
Oh,
crazy,
well.
dude.
Oh, I got asked to be a sugar baby. I forgot to tell you yesterday.
Joe.
Somebody I forgot to tell you this yesterday, but yesterday, like I think before I called you on last night, I got like an Instagram message from like this lady, and she's all like, "I'm just looking for a sugar baby
lady?
that I can, that I can
Whoa.
spoil and this and that. I just really want her to be honest and loyal to me and this and that." And I was just like, huh. So,
But can you be
yeah.
honest and loyal?
I mean, if it benefits me and Joe, maybe, but if it just benefits me, probably not. So see, I'm thinking of Joe here. This isn't the first time I've been asked to be a sugar baby, though.
By a
Hey
woman?
man, PS5 coming soon, bro.
I know, that's true. You gotta buy that, and then
She's gotta get me my PS5, my Xbox
Yeah.
Series X.
No,
And then-
seriously though, like this is not the first time I've been asked to be a sugar baby. The first time Joe didn't let me. He said no, and I was just like, "Well, that's not fair." I mean, we could have had brand new cars and something, with the
Brand new
amount that he was, with the amount that he was willing to send me, we could have had brand new cars.
That's crazy.
Shut up. He was gonna really send you that much money?
And this one is saying she'll send you at first like 3,000 something the first time, and then it'll be like 1,000 something every week.
Oh, I want some noodles.
Yo, that's crazy. You
I'm
think
scared.
you think it'd be weird if you ever got DM something like, "Hey, what's the price on your nips?" And then they'll be like, "Yeah, Animal Crossing." Quotation marks. Quotation marks.
What's the price of your nips? It's about like 300 bells or about 85 bells a pick.
Speaking of that game, I've seen that they're selling like this character for like $1,000 on eBay.
Yeah.
Oh, the cat.
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
I don't know its name either, but I know which one you're talking about. It's apparently so because of that, I started learning that there's actually like rarity with all the animals, I guess. I just thought it was completely random for like every single one, but apparently each one is like a different level of rareness. I found some kind of robot turkey the other day, but he didn't want to move to my island. That jerk. Sorry.
Jerk.
That's right.
It's because Joe has to like bleep the little F bombs that
As
Julian
far
likes to
as-
drop.
It's
far as
cool. We'll
YouTube.
add R2D2 since it was
Ooh.
May the 4th, 2 days ago.
It's all good, man.
Did you celebrate, Julian?
I mean, I wanted to, but there wasn't really much I could do. Wait, May the 4th was what, Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 2 days
Yeah, I
ago?
can. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the most I did was just watch The Force Awakens, but I wasn't really into it. It was kind of one of those things that you put on, and I was
Don't
just
pay
doing
attention?
that. Yeah, it was one of those movies that you put on, and you just kind of like you're doing other stuff. So I was like putting clothes away, and I was moving in this new ferret over here, so that's what I had to deal with. Let me see, little show and tell.
I did not celebrate May the 4th. I completely
Same.
forgot it was May the 4th.
I
kinda
didn't
starting,
forget.
I'm starting to kind of lose track of my days, and I always forget like what day of the week it is.
Yeah, man. This quarantine's got me like all messed up. Sometimes I don't even know what date it is. I don't know the right date. And my sleep schedule is just completely gone, man. Like the way that I used to sleep is just not happening anymore. I'm living at
Yeah.
night, sleeping during the day, and sometimes I'm sleeping during the night, and halfway through the day I sleep again. Like it's crazy.
I know the
Yeah,
feeling,
like
man.
my
Is,
sleep schedule's gone.
I don't know if I've talked about it, but like no matter what time I fall asleep, sometimes I'll be up really late playing Call of Duty with Jay. But no matter what, my dog likes to wake me up at 6 a.m. because that's his feeding time. So no matter what time we fall asleep, he's always ready to like paw at my face to wake up and get him his food.
See, that's that why it does kind of the same thing, but more for like the bathroom. So when I wake up in the morning to go to start getting ready, he's like immediately at the door and he's like just staring at me and like, hey dude, I gotta go poop, unless you want this on your carpet, gotta let me out. So yeah.
Yeah, Namira is the same way. Like Namira, what she does is like, I mean, for the most part, she actually does let me sleep. I mean, in as much as possible. But when she's got to go, like, she'll go ahead and start climbing on my body and then like lick my like under my chin or whatever. And then she just stares at me, and then I'm just like, fine. So I get up or whatever, let her out, do her thing.
La da da.
He's not a
Wearing your freeze?
scarf.
Ah, I got you.
She's like,
No
this is my time to
ferrets were-
shine. She claws the shit out of your back.
My sister actually so when I first got him, it's a boy by the way, he had like really bad dandruff and really bad I don't know, like he was losing a lot of fur. And when I was moving the cage in and everything, I was like, hey Megan, here, hold this. And she was like, what the hell? And within minutes she was already like breaking out in hives, her eyes were getting puffy and everything, and I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. It's funny, like I've never seen an actual like allergic reaction to anything before, and like it happening to your sister is like the funniest thing ever, because her eyes like got so. I mean, she's okay.
Have you have you seen Parasite?
Nah, not yet. I
Oh my
want to
god.
check it out so bad, but
It's
I
'cause,
heard it's on Hulu, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. I do recommend it. It's just that there's an allergic reaction that happens on there that I was gonna compare it to, but if you
Do
haven't
they
seen it, I'm not
vomit?
gonna spoil it for you. Nah,
Can you say if you like agree that it's a movie of the year?
hell yeah, dude. I'm like a big movie person, and like I
Ooh.
think that it did what a lot of people didn't expect it to do. Only because, for one, I mean, obviously it's more like a foreign film, but the story that it told And the twists in it were just crazy, man. Like I think that it was very well placed, especially like the cinematography in it. Because I'm a big like, I'm a big camera guy.
Yeah.
So like I noticed all that little stuff. So I personally think that it definitely earned that spot.
Damn. I'm kind of the same way when I watch a movie. Like, I'm into a good story, but like camera work is like something
You have
I
no
really appreciate.
idea. Watching a movie with him is so annoying sometimes.
I analyze everything. I pick apart something. I say this guy was doing this, but why is he over here? When that doesn't really make
It
sense to
is,
the plot.
like I said, it's annoying.
Oh, I do that.
She
that stuff
gets
too.
mad so much when we watch movies.
Especially, it happens a lot in horror movies too, right?
Oh no! It's annoying
horror
watching
movies-
a movie with Julian and Joe. Like watching a movie with them is ridiculous. Like honestly, you will never understand how annoying it is until you sit in a movie theater with both of them.
Because we tear it apart. Like some movies
We
are like
do.
really, really dumb, and I'm just like, okay, really? Like, come on now.
We make dumb jokes like during the movie, and we laugh out loud at our own dumb jokes.
I'll never forget that one the one joke that like made me uncontrollably laugh was when we went to go see Final Destination. I think it was 5, or whichever one is the one on the bridge, and we were it was all of us. It was you, me, Christy, Carlos, whatever. And I was sitting next to Christy, and one of the guys, he dies by like a wrench going like right into his forehead, and she was just like, "Where's the leak, man?"
ma'am?
I just couldn't stop laughing. She was like, "Julian, shut up." And I was
An
like,
old
"I'm
SpongeBob
sorry." It
reference.
was just so stupid. It was like so perfect timing, and I don't know. I couldn't stop. It was great.
I'm pretty
It was
bad
beautiful.
too. But I'm in the sense of like guessing how the movie's gonna end. I'm really bad at that. Like predicting what's happening in the movie and like how who the real bad guy is or like what really happened, and it's pretty bad. Like that's how I am. But there's one movie that I have not been able to do that with, and I never like I guess expected it to. It was the movie Knives Out.
I was just about to bring
Oh.
that up. I was just about to ask if you saw that
That is
twist
a
in the
good
twist.
that was a good movie though. That was a really good
Hell
movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
Huh,
I really thought it was well written. Like they knocked
They
it
got
out
a
of the
sequel.
park. Yeah,
it's gonna
they're
have-
planning one just because they loved what's his face, the detective
Craig Robbins? No, Craig
Craig Daniels. No, that's
Daniels. Yeah.
Daniel
no,
Craig.
that's
I know that's the black dude from The Office, right?
Isn't it Daniel
That's-
Craig?
It's Daniel Craig.
Yeah, it's Daniel
Okay.
Craig.
I was gonna say
Because
like,
I was saying like I was gonna say Craig Robinson, but I think that's
Craig
the Office
Robinson.
guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was actually pretty cool. It was definitely nice to see like a new mystery, a modern day mystery.
Joe
movie.
was actually quiet in that movie. I was really happy. Really,
I think
happy.
I said a couple times that I thought who I thought it was gonna be, and how I thought it was gonna end. But then, man, they throw you for a loop. We talked about it in one of the episodes, but they go down the typical who done it, and then they just flip it around and they make you rethink like everything that just happened in the movie, which is crazy, and it was well written.
yeah. I also noticed like that was that other actor's name that's in there. He plays Zod in the Superman movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know which one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot his name,
Yeah.
but he's really good too.
Yeah, I can't remember, man.
Yeah, like he was really good in that movie too.
He makes such a good scumbag. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say it's like he's always playing a douchebag.
yeah.
I still have not fully seen Man of Steel. I always get like halfway through it, and then I get so tired.
You didn't go
and
with
I,
us
like,
in
shut
theaters?
it off. No, I think I think it was probably you and Carlos went to go see it without me,
Mhm.
or something. I don't remember.
I know for sure. Me and Charles saw it. I could have sworn you were there too.
Charles.
No, I was.
Yeah,
Left
I've
out.
got into the habit of calling him Charles.
Yeah, it's honestly, I don't know why it just started one day and never again. It had to have been after watching like X-Men. But yeah, never fully seen that one. You know which one was really good? That came out this year so far. Out of all the movies, the many movies that came out this year,
If you say trolls,
Gentleman.
so help me God.
I
I
wanna
mean, it's gonna
see
be a
that.
monumental movie. Oh,
I
you
want
still
to
haven't seen
see
it?
it. No, I want to see Trolls so bad.
I mean, it's basically like a combination of several movies and one Powerpuff Girls episode, all baked into one cookie.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Because
Are
they
you guys,
basically ripped off huh?
Are you guys planning to watch Scoob when it comes home?
Oh, is it coming to home theater?
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight like Trolls.
See, I would do that movie. It's well, that's Warner Brothers, right? Because I think Warner Brothers owns Scooby Doo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, that one I'm a little more hyped for than I was for Trolls. It was just I felt like Trolls, it being like the only movie that had come out that was new that I've never seen before or whatever. I don't know. It was. I decided to just do it, and it gave us and the family something to do. We used a lot of excuse me, sorry. We used a lot of the like the cups and the popcorn bins that we've collected over the years, and just made our own like movie theater. And it was real cute. It was real nice. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but
Joe's dead.
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
they
Joey. I like that a lot.
if I had to rank that movie, I'd probably give it like about a 2 out of 5.
Now,
Maybe
Vlad, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
maybe like a 3, just because like it's pretty much the only movie that's come out in the past few months, and because they did something new. Straight to home.
Since you're a
Digital,
movie
all that.
lover, I mean, how much does like the theaters closing and stuff like that affect you, and how much does it bug you?
Are you talking to me or Blad?
Vlad.
Dude, honestly, it affects me a lot, big time. Because me and Selena, probably 2 or 3 times out of the week, we actually go to Alamo Draft House out in Dallas, because that's where I'm living now. I'm visiting in El Paso right now, but that's where we stay. And there's a new Alamo Draft House in this area close to our house. And it's like super nice. It's the best place that we could think of, like to go drink and to go watch a movie. Um,
And have
so
good food, in
like
my opinion.
yeah, like they have
You
some
think
crazy
so?
stuff out there. I think that they have like other menu options than like out here, especially because like a lot of breweries are out there, so a lot of stuff gets taken there like locally. So like their selection of like stuff out there is crazy. um, but yeah, we enjoy going there pretty often. We're pretty much regulars, like everyone there knows us. So every time we think about like, hey man, like you know this really sucks for them because I hope everyone was able to keep their jobs. I don't even know if the same people that work there are gonna be back when we go back. And I
And
just hope it
as
doesn't.
far as I've read, I've seen that like their tweets and their posts that they're really trying to do right by their workers, and they're giving them their pay and their time off. And they were even one of the many theaters who said, despite Abbott's ruling on opening up Texas, they didn't want to open up any of the Texas theaters until they know for sure that it's going to be okay to open, which I respect so much. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Draft House, and I like their decision to.
Yeah,
See,
I
go
like
ahead,
them a lot
Blad.
too. My bad, man.
No, go
I
ahead. Go
want to
ahead.
say like that's one other movie theaters that I could say, especially from working at a movie theater in the past, that is doing it right, in my opinion. Um, and going back to like I guess like Abbott, I feel like he shouldn't have done it based on the pressure that people were giving him. I think that we should have like done a little bit more analytics before we even like jumped into it.
Yeah.
Like hey, let's open it up again. Everybody wants it. Might as well do it.
And he had to just, we're, one of the biggest states. So he's like, well, we got to be first on the bandwagon to get open. Which, speaking of which, even him, I don't know, in my personal opinion, he didn't sound so sure about it. They just leaked a call recently with him saying that there are going to be a bunch of people who end up getting sick. And ultimately, it seems like he's okay with that. Like, Texas has to open up. And more we're seeing that things are starting to open up.
Okay, time out. Go get a glass of milk.
We will. We have
Yeah,
a break
'cause
coming
you're-
up. We have a break coming up. I'm composing. Yeah, so he's I don't know. I mean, he's flat out admitted that we're gonna see a huge spike in cases, and yet here we are slowly opening up more and more. I mean, they just ruled that mid-July or mid-May. Sorry. Salons and gyms are gonna start looking to open.
Yeah, I think it's next week, right? Yeah, like in 2 weeks. Which is, I mean, it's understandable. There was this court case that came out, I think, from Dallas last week, where some lady just opened it up because she didn't get, she's been suffering, her and her family. She only got like that $1,200. Her small business, they didn't get money because of all that stuff that happened. You know how like Harvard took some money and a few other big businesses took it, and it just emptied it out so quick. Oh my God, I'm dying over here. So she decided to open up, and they gave her like a cease and desist, and she was like, I can't, like, I need to make money so that way I could feed my family. So do all my other stylists. They're suffering over here. And she just kept doing it, and she had to end up going to court, and the judge said, you know what, I'd forgive everything if you just apologize for staying open. It felt really ugly, honestly. Like, it's like, really, like, you're gonna, I understand, like, oh, just apologize or whatever, but it really does say something where it's like, oh, you know what, like, because she's not in a realistic world, or in like a perfect world, whatever, what she did is really nothing, like, and she was doing she was taking a lot of steps to kind of like make sure she was staying socially distant. She was making sure that, oh geez, she had like this station outside with like hand sanitizer and stuff, so that way people could clean up, and then they'd sign their names, and then she'd had a sign that, like, a stylist will be right with you, just wait in your car. And they would do all that stuff. But I don't know, it was definitely really eye-opening, because I guess it doesn't seem to really have affected us too much to where we can kind of survive this. Maybe some other people can't, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But I do respect Alamo. Oh shoot, sorry.
Sorry. I was just gonna say we're gonna throw it to a quick break. I'm gonna go bathe in milk.
Same.
And we're gonna be right back, guys. Episode 50 continues right now. I forgot I got this little noisemaker. And we're back with episode 50.
I gotta say, I really needed that break. I could not breathe.
I will say that Julian
just downed it.
Yeah, Julian failed the ramen challenge. Wholeheartedly.
Organic guest appearance. Yeah, I could not. I couldn't. It was my stomach was starting to hurt. It might be from drinking Fabuloso, but I don't know. I gave it to my dad I gave it to my sister and my dad to try, and they were like, "Oh, this is actually really good." My freaking dad, he added Louisiana to it, and he just kept eating it. And I was like, I mean, okay, I guess.
Imagine that shit diffuses it.
I don't know. He just likes the flavor of it. He puts Louisiana like on everything.
That's how I am with sriracha.
Oh yeah. So in between the break, you were saying something there, Blad?
Yeah. I set up my little light, and I called it my porno lighting for the casting couch.
Oh, that's right. You have a casting couch.
And then Julian was like, "Hey, are those real?" So I have this. I had this boss, right? And this guy's like a very professional person, and this person's like above everybody there. So I'm talking about like my manager's manager and like his boss, and he comes down to the store and tries to tell us like, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you guys a little something about pulling people in." So I'm like, "Okay, well, teach us what you got, because we hit our goal every month no matter what." So this guy goes to the door, and the first person he sees is this girl, and he's like, "Look, watch, you got to compliment something like her glasses." And her glasses, they look like those punched out 3D glasses from the movies. And the first thing this man says is like, he's making direct eye contact with this girl, and he goes, "Hey, are those real?"
Oh my God.
And the girl flips out and makes this like stupid complaint. And that one comment, I think, demoted him like 2 ranks down.
Wow.
It was so. It was really like it was. It was just really bad. I felt bad for the guy.
I would do it. Well, I mean, I guess out of context, it definitely looks bad. Well, sounds bad, terribly bad, but it's just that's a good story, man.
And
That's
That's
what's
top tier.
you know what's even funnier is that a lot of the people that were there at the time
You took
they
his
had
position? No, just kidding.
no they didn't like him because of like some stuff that happened in the past. Nobody really wanted to tell me, so I guess they took advantage of it and they were like, yeah, he was harassing the person, he was harassing the customer, and it was really messed
It
up.
was really shady. Some really, really
Yeah,
shady stuff going down.
yeah. Let's just say somebody slid me a 50 to say that it happened.
I can neither confirm nor deny the allegations.
But yes,
So I'm highly anticipating upset tummy for the rest of the day.
him.
I'm already feeling it. I don't know if we were recording at the time. I don't know if it was the delicious fabuloso or the sweet noodles, but I'm definitely feeling it in my stomach.
Yeah, I definitely did drink a whole lot of milk or almond milk during the break,
Does almond
and
milk do the same?
it actually did. It worked pretty well.
See, like I could understand like using almond milk as like a substitute for like I don't know coffee or whatever, but when it comes to like spicy stuff, I always thought it was more of a chemical thing when it came to like leche.
All the chemicals they're putting in our milk, Julian.
Yeah, they're turning the frickin' frogs gay or whatever. I heard that dude had like another psychotic breakdown or something. He wanted to like eat his neighbors or something. Because I guess, well, yeah, apparently there's, I guess, gonna be a meat shortage or like not necessarily like we're not gonna run out, but there's gonna be a period where it's gonna be a little more difficult to find.
Yeah.
So he had like this little meltdown on, I don't know if it was his show or whatever, but he was talking about how I don't want to size up my neighbor, but I do want to say like, you know, I'm gonna eat them and I'm gonna wrap my hands around their throat. You know, if you think you're gonna come between me and my daughter's being fed, then you have another thing coming. I don't know, some shit like that. But it was funny, dude, because it was almost like a cartoon. Like listening to him, it reminded me of like when two characters would get stranded on like a deserted island and they would look at each other and one would see like a burger talking and then the other person would be like a hot dog. So I don't know, but apparently he's gonna like go and
Well,
kill
he
his
is.
neighbor.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he he was even saying that he wanted to like he was gonna lie to his daughters and say he killed the cow, and I'm like, are there cows, like wild cows, out where you live? I don't even think there's such a thing as a wild cow. Like, I don't know.
There's no
And
such
does
thing as a
human
wild
meat
cow.
taste like cow meat? I
Oh,
don't know.
definitely not.
Let's find out. I'm just kidding. All of a sudden, episode 51. No, just kidding.
We eat human.
No, I tried people today.
Oh yeah, I had my first person.
I
It's
challenged
delicious.
Julian to the arm eating challenge where he has to go to his neighbor's house and
Bite his arm or whatever. I
And
don't
let him
even
live. Let him live to tell.
I don't even really talk to my neighbors, like aside from the occasional like, you know, nod or whatever. I could never
yeah.
understand how you know, people like Aaron or whatever would be like just so buddy with their neighbors. Like
I think it
I just
also
Well,
depends
that
on like their age and stuff.
well, yeah, because like I mean, like look at my mom. She's 66, right? And she I mean, she was helping across the street with the guy who died recently, and then she knows the neighbors over here, like diagonal to us, and then right next to us, and then they say hi to the neighbors on this side, and I'm just like, I don't like strangers.
I think at most, like the neighbor to my left, it's usually just the old man. He'll wave or say, you know, hi whenever we see each other. His wife never does, and I see her a lot more, and she, you know, never gives me the time of day. And the neighbor to my right side, she's nice. We've known her since she was little. I used to play with her kids, so we'll say hi every once in a while.
see like the neighbor kids, okay, but my family or my parents or whatever, I guess because we were always like to ourselves, we never really like, oh yeah, let's go have like a cookout at our neighbor's place or whatever the hell. Every now
Cones
and
don't
again,
play with longhorn.
necks or whatever.
Long necks.
It's been you need to rewatch that movie. Ooh, I see you went for optimal glass for your
I did.
1985 experience.
No, I poured out like an original Voodoo Ranger.
Ooh, oh yeah, because it's not hazy; it's actually clear.
Man, I
But,
still need to find us the Super Bee that I recommended that one time.
The Killer Wasps.
Nah, it was the Four Corners Brewery, Super Bee.
Oh, what is that?
I sent you a message on Anchor, and then you played it, and it was funny because I said that it was nice. It hits you hard and goes down smooth, just like your mom.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Blad has
Yeah.
had his beer of the week segment.
True.
Yeah, he was one of the few ones to do it, which by the way reminds me, since this is episode 50, Joe and I wanted to do like a little giveaway. So we're gonna give away probably like we'll give away a keychain. I'll take care of the shipping and handling if you don't live in El Paso or whatever. Dang it. If you don't live in El Paso or whatever. And then we'll also throw in like a couple stickers or something so that way we could ship it to you. And if you do live in El Paso, I could just drop it off. That way you can get it like same day. But as far as a giveaway, what do you think, Joe? How do you want to play it? You want to caller number 5 or?
Yeah, let me get caller number 10 on the line right now, guys. That number is 915. No, we'll probably maybe do like a Facebook giveaway or an Instagram giveaway. Something on our social media, so stay tuned to our social media, and then we'll post how we're gonna handle the giveaway. It'll probably just be like a like and comment type thing, and we'll pick out a random winner.
Sounds good. I forgot who.
The Killer Hornets. You were talking about how they've made their way into the U.S.
I do. I find that kind of crazy, actually. Like, I still haven't found out exactly how they got here. Usually, I kind of stay in touch with a lot of the news and stuff.
Well, with a lot of the flights, being pretty empty, I think one booked it for a pretty cheap ticket, so he was able to just head on over.
he could afford a ticket over here.
Well, during the commercial break, like I was like scrolling on social media and I actually saw a video, and it's one of those killer hornets. Like literally, they actually capture one on video, and all these bees are attacking it. Like they're completely demolishing it, and like the hornets just like this for the most part.
I saw one killing a mouse.
Oh yeah, I saw that video
God.
earlier today. Yeah,
That video was effed.
Well,
Yeah.
it's what, like about 2 inches tall, right? So
they're pretty hefty. It was probably about half the size of the mouse, I think. And they're called the murder hornet because they
kill bees. No, like
yeah,
they could kill like
they
1,000
infiltrate a
bees.
hive, and they'll murder
Well, like,
at least like hundreds of bees in a one sitting.
There's also like a little like thing going around where it says, "Well, when I wished for Pokemon to be real, I was hoping like Charmander and like Bulbasaur, not Beedrill."
He is the worst.
Mega
Well,
Beedrill?
I don't know. I'd rather have a Butterfree, but it is it's just funny because just when you think like, okay, 2020 can't get any more.
I was actually seeing this like really funny picture, like a Yu-Gi-Oh hand of 2020.
Oh,
You
that's
have,
smart. Burning land for the Australian
Australia.
virus.
Oh, God.
What's the one in between the virus? Oh, it's the tiger.
The
for
tiger
Joe
for Tiger
Exotic.
King. Yeah.
What's
I like the
after
last
bee?
one.
What's the last one?
Pressing people.
Oppressing
It's yeah, before we I guess cut out, it's definitely crazy seeing how some of the I guess different states are kind of handling the issue. Like some people that really want to be free. It's understandable. Again, I still am a little 50-50 because it is a serious risk, but it's definitely that balancing act of like, when the hell do we do this? How the hell are we gonna take this? Because I've heard there was a spike in about 1,000. I think there was like 1,000% increase with like suicide hotline calls and stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's pretty crazy. And then obviously, like you're mentioning before the commercial break, like with Abbott and everything. I don't know. I guess the main thing is just to like be honest. Like I don't see how it benefits to kind of just lie all the time. I can understand like some things or not saying everything because obviously people will panic like when they're talking about toilet paper. But I don't know. It's just a very delicate issue. And I think it's understandable. Like once you open the gates, obviously it stands to reason that people are going to get more infected. But I don't know. It's just a lot of interesting numbers and a lot of interesting data that really makes me scratch my head while I'm freaking stocking Cokes all day.
And that was my point. I mean, I mentioned it last week. I wouldn't mind people leaving their houses already and, starting to congregate if we had more available testing and a lot more people got tested. So that way we have a better idea on who's actually infected, what part of the city is infected, and what part of the city are we able to go to safely without any worry. But right now we just don't have that. And it's kind of foolish to let everyone out and without knowing whether you're sick or not. Yeah,
it's definitely understandable. And then obviously like this thing's I guess gonna kind of flush through, as they say, or whatever the heck. So whether you have it or not, I mean, odds are you're eventually gonna get it because it's so easily transmissible. But I guess it stands at this point. I'm not going to really focus too much on infection because I already, as they're opening the doors, I'm already suspecting that most people are going to get infected. Right now, what I kind of want to concentrate on is like the number of people who are dying from it or the number of people who are actually like suffering from it. Because I know there's like a specific age, like I know overall it's about like 1 to 2% death rate. But based on if you keep narrowing it down, obviously like the older you get, the more health risks you have, the higher that percentage increases. So I think people who have like underlying heart problems and are obese or overweight or a bunch of other stuff, they have like a increased chance upwards about like 10 to 15%. I need to relook those numbers up, but I know I was reading. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with all this data. I know it's a really weird thing to get into, but
I mean, considering the circumstances, I feel like a lot of more people are starting to look into numbers and stuff like that. I mean, Dalila sends me the updates every day on El Paso's numbers, and I always overlook. Yeah,
the one that Emily is sending or whatever.
I don't know.
Emily.
I don't know. She posted it off some Instagram page.
It's called I Am El Paso, and it gives you like all the El Paso updates and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
And it just breaks down like every single thing between age groups and who's passed and who's on ventilators, stuff like that. And they just have a complete breakdown on everything.
And then like under like in their little description, like on I guess you can call it like a comment. They also break down the zip codes and how many cases the zip codes have.
Yeah, see, and then that's a very interesting way to tackle the issue as well. What I did like those, but there are some little, I guess, key call outs where some of the numbers kind of don't correlate with each other, if that makes sense. Like I remember looking at it the other day, and one of the numbers was like, these are the people tested with this is the people tested with that, this is how many were positive, and this is how many are like negative. And when you do the math, it doesn't add up at all. Like
it's because you're thinking about the one that says that's because we have like I guess third party testers, and then we have the official health standard
the CDC
testers.
or whatever.
Yeah. So you're seeing two different numbers from them on how many they've tested, and then out of that, that's how much they get recorded on who's positive. I don't know if they have the data on the third party on who's positive. I think they all add up, but yeah, it's two different testing sources, so that's why you get two different numbers. But
what I mean to what I mean to is understand that there's two different parties, but when you like say whatever, like let's just say like it's 800 people. Oh no, that's way too much, huh? Or are we at 800 already? I think we're at like
thousand.
7 something.
Over
we're
1,000.
at-
Oh, we're over
at-
1,000 already. Okay, so yeah, let's say it's
we were at 1,082, I think, as of last night.
yeah. I think yesterday was like our biggest spike, but I think it's partially the reopening, but you can't really count that because it's so open. You kind of gotta wait a few days,
No, we
It's-
won't. We won't know about the reopening until another
like another week or
week.
so, huh? So I think what this increase was because we started doing the antibody tests, right, or something.
Ah,
So
That's
it kind of like jumped it up a little bit. Well, nonetheless, what I'm saying is, so we'll say like the 1,000, right? It's 1,000 people who are sick, and then it'll say like total people tested between the two people are like maybe we'll say like 2,800, and then the number of people who are healthy will be like 2,000. So then you have like 3,000 people who are tested, but like I don't know, it's like what the hell?
Yeah, it on general, like looking at it first, it's a little tricky. But if you actually read like in between the lines and actually like break down everything, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, and obviously like you gotta trust. I'm pretty sure they're being pretty forthright with the data. It's just I wish on the pictures, like I'm sure if you go to the website and all that stuff, it'll break it down more. But on the pictures themselves, I wish it was a little more clear in terms of
Speaking
like
on-
why
speaking
some of the
on-
numbers don't add.
On
Go ahead,
data,
go ahead.
I mean, we talked about the documentary that's on Netflix last week, explaining coronavirus. I think it's called.
Yeah, with J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson narrating, J.J. Sims. And they had this really cool chart that I kind of resonated with me, where in the 1918 flu, they had St. Louis and Pennsylvania, I believe.
No, it was Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Yeah, they had St. Louis, who had a complete shutdown, kind of like how we're doing it now, where the virus lasted longer, but there was exponentially less deaths across the board. But
Yeah,
as far
'cause-
as Philadelphia, they didn't care to lock down anything, and they had this drastic like spike in deaths.
But they finished the virus quicker.
did finish faster because everyone died out.
Yeah, it's definitely a really a really crazy, like almost chess game. It's like, how do I want to play this? Do I want to play this fast and like, try and get this done with? Or do I want to try and do this and like not overflow the hospitals and all this other stuff? So I guess only time will tell in terms of like whether or not this was a good decision or whether or not we opened at the right time. Because obviously we have to have opened eventually. We can't be shut down forever. But yeah, it is what
All
it
I
is.
know is I'm over this plague. I am so done with it. We need a new one. Like, this one's boring.
Yeah.
This one's boring.
Yeah, we didn't
Too
get the
slow.
zombie
It's too
virus or
slow.
anything. Hello? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's because everybody like kind of froze for a bit, and I was like, "Oh shoot! Don't tell me
yeah,
I
let
got
me-
kicked
let
out
me-
again."
Here, Joe.
So we recently got we recently rebought another game. I was gonna bring it up when or when Blad mentioned Joe was gonna get the PS5 or the Xbox whatever. I was gonna
Series
ask
X.
Joe if the Series X or whatever the hell. I was gonna ask Joe if he's gonna buy another copy of Black Ops 3 to add
yeah,
to his
when it-
growing collection of it.
when it comes out for the next gen, definitely I'll make sure to pick one up.
How many copies have you bought already?
Okay, so initially I bought Black Ops 3 for the Xbox, Xbox One, I think, right? It was already
Yeah,
on.
The one
yeah.
that came with the cooler, the
No,
Juggernaut?
so I bought the initial, I think, hardened edition Black Ops 3 on Xbox, but I
That's
wanted
right.
I wanted the jug fridge edition, but I didn't get to order it in time.
Mhm.
So I had to go on eBay and buy the fridge from someone else. I think I paid like $100 more for the fridge. But yeah, it came with this really sick mini cooler, and it came with like everything that you need for Call of Duty.
The
And
little
then-
coasters
Yeah, and like coasters that are on my coffee
that you
table back
see
here.
in some of our videos.
Yeah. So it came with all that.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then they had a free version of the game come out for PlayStation like one of the time. Jeez, buddy. So I had to get that. And then more recently, they had a sale on zombies, like old game mode that me, Julian, and Carlos love to play. And I had to buy the game for another on digital.
Another $20. So
Yeah.
overall, you spent what, like about $220 for this?
$80 for Xbox, $300
Yeah, the hardened edition.
for. I think I paid $300 for the fridge edition on
more.
PlayStation. Yeah.
So you've paid about $400 for the same game 4 times. So that's $100 almost each time you bought the game.
He doesn't even use the fridge anymore. The fridge broke.
Yeah, my
What was-
fridge broke.
Oh, dude, rip. Press F.
F in the chat.
F in the chats. It's. I mean,
I need to pull that out of
respect-
storage. Maybe I'll add it in like somewhere. Like if I have a bunch of stuff anyways, but maybe I
Does
can
it
add
still light
somewhere.
up and still play the music?
It still lights up. The only thing that doesn't work is like the fridge itself. It doesn't keep drinks cool.
Have you tried adding Freon or anything to it?
Yeah, I just need to look into it. I need to like actually like pull it apart and try to fix it.
And like fix the condenser or something. It was probably because you had it in your room, so it probably was just constantly trying to keep it cold, and I don't know, fridge logic.
Where are you gonna? Okay, if let's say you do fix it, where are you putting it? There is no room in that living room.
Do you see how crowded my living room is now with all my stuff? I don't know which
I
way
could
I'm
go on the
pointing.
coffee table, so that way, like when you want a cold drink, instead of getting up to go all the way to your fridge.
No, no.
No. It is. I mean, I obviously freaking bought it again. This is the second time I bought it, but it was I guess I had to like kind of like make it worth it for myself, because the Zombie Chronicles edition is what, like $30-$40.
It's $30. Yeah.
Yeah, so buying it was $10 cheaper than the Chronicles, and then it just came with the game for free. So I guess I could just sell my physical copy or whatever the hell later down the road, but I don't know. It really was like, oh, really? I gotta do this thing again. But it's
just
gonna be
found
sick
out
to play Kino again.
I just found out my mom actually does listen and or watches our videos, and she's not gonna be happy to hear that how much money I've spent on Black Ops 3.
Yeah, that you could have spent on, I don't know, Dalila,
College.
on Blad and his Blad vlogs.
Yeah, dude, and my vlogs,
merch.
my merch. Yeah.
His blogs.
His vlogs.
Hashtag
Vlogs.
copyright.
Vlogs.
Hey, make sure to put in postage and then send it back to yourself, so that way you get the trademark stamp.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that all my videos have been copyrighted, but I don't take them down.
What? What do you mean? Like you?
Because
They,
all
they
of
were
them use
flagged?
music. Yeah, they all get like, yeah,
Oh.
but I don't care, dude. Like, I just whatever.
Well, I mean, all that really affects is like your monetization, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the monetization program is like so.
It's busted on
Penis.
YouTube a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Like it really. I think as of 2 years ago, like it really messed up people who are actually trying to make a living on YouTube.
Yeah.
But-
It changed after that one dude, no? Logan Paul, or was it that other guy?
No, it was actually some guy who exposed the way people actually get away with like how they get paid and they make content that is not like family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So once that guy exposed that, like a lot of people started doing it, or a lot of people that were doing it got exposed, and then the whole like adpocalypse thing happened, and that's why Google and AdSense and all that decided to make everything like, hey, if it's not family friendly, you're not gonna get paid.
Yeah.
So that's why. I mean, which I think is dumb because there's people still getting away with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
Which is
because
why
obviously
I try to play to the equation and keep our F-bombs and stuff like
Content.
that. Yeah. Last week was like
but
our
it
first
sucks, man.
PG-13 show that we've
Without-
had ever in the history of all of a sudden.
without even trying. I even caught myself too. I was like, oh, I was trying to say an F-bomb, but no.
And that streak
This time
died
I've already
today.
dropped like about 4, I think.
Yeah.
I think Blad
Yeah.
dropped like 2 and Dalila 1.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say no f bombs. I try
No,
to
she's
keep
actually
it
pretty
like
good. Like
nice and
when
clean.
when
So,
she's on video, she's actually pretty good.
Yeah, my first videos, if you have seen them, I was censoring it, but I think that like the third one, I was like, nah, screw this, dude. I'm just gonna gun it. I don't care.
Well,
I don't care about copyright. I don't care about any of it.
from what I hear is even if you like bleep it or whatever, it's still marks
it'll
it or
pick up.
something.
It'll pick up like noise censoring, so you kind of have to just dull it out.
Yeah.
Their bots are weird. I don't know. So I wanted to bring up the fact that I've been getting into reality TV, and
Like
more.
you and
90 Day
Delilah's
Fiancé?
obsession. Yeah. For
No,
90
more
Day.
so. I don't know if I want to get down that well because I hear you get pretty sucked into it. But I've been into like relationship reality or couple reality, like island reality TV, where you go on an island and you
Just
couple
trash
up. And
TV. Yeah. Like
trash TV. Yeah,
yeah.
it started with Netflix's Love Is Blind.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated that I got into that show, but it was like you wanted to see where
He-
everyone ended up.
He actually got me into that show. Like I didn't even watch it
So
first.
it
He
wasn't
did.
you that got him into it. It was him that got you into it.
No, I was just fascinated by the premise. I mean, you have two strangers come together and decide, oh, we're gonna get married in a month, which is kind of the same
It's
as
kind of
90
like
Day
an
Fiance.
it's kind of like an extra step to next. Except
I think that's where my love of this garbage lies, is from, you know, stuff like MTV's Room Raiders and Next.
your room has officially been
Raided.
I've always, dude, I remember those shows. I used to, I don't know, I guess, yeah, I used to love those trash TV shows too. When they, my hype moments would be like when they bust out the black light. You'd be like,
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
what are we gonna find? What are we gonna find in this room? And then,
Bring out their
they-
briefcase.
yeah, and you just see like all the little
Yeah.
spots and specks, and you're like, ooh, somebody had
Yeah.
sex. No, I'm just kidding. But
And
yeah,
then I got into Netflix's new show, Too Hot to Handle, and that one was because of Dalila. Like I thought I was weaned off. I thought I was done. I thought reality had left my soul and I was good. And then she said, check out this trash TV show. You're gonna love it.
Your guilty
like,
pleasure.
So, Too Hot to Handle. That's a show or
That's
a
a
movie
Netflix. It's a Netflix,
it's a Netflix
original.
reality show.
And the thing is that what they do is they bring in these like guys and girls and whatnot, and they are what you would call, I guess, serial swipers, where like they can be on like what's that app where you're trying Tinder. There you go, that one, or where they go out every night or whatever, and like it's a new person that they basically have
Hook
sex
up with.
with every
Mhm.
every other night or every night or something like that, and they're never in like a committed relationship, you know what I mean? And so obviously they're these like basically hot and heavy people that just gets them all the time, and the main rule or the rules that they have to follow is no sexual contact, which includes kissing. Like they can hug each other, but there can be no sex, no kissing, no any
Self-loving.
sexual.
Oh,
And
no
yeah,
way.
no self-loving.
So
and
they
the thing is
can't,
that
jerk it.
Nope.
Nothing.
nothing. And the thing is that they
have a group prize, $100,000, and whoever violates these rules, whether it be kissing someone else or doing anything sexual, then the group loses that money.
yeah,
And
like a kiss
in the end, one person
Gets what's
walks
left.
away with whatever's left.
yeah,
Oh, well,
like
that's-
I like when you want to know what's crazy, you would think a kiss wouldn't be that like I guess expensive, but a kiss costs them like $3,000 right
Damn.
off the bat. So I mean, you can just imagine what any other sexual activity will do.
Yeah,
Damn.
you kiss what 30 times. That's already like 90 grand. That's already most of your money.
Yeah, so
How
it's
many
such
episodes?
a bet. It's only seven or eight.
7 or 8, something like that.
Are you able to
Netflix
tell
ratio.
like how long they're there? Like, is it like a week? Is it like a month?
I think
think
they
they're for, like, a
might say
month.
it. Yeah, I think they say they're there
I
for
think it's a month.
I feel like a month is too long because there's so many things that can happen. But
Oh,
I don't
trust me,
know.
you're watching the show, and like, well, everybody pisses me off because it's reality TV, and I
Yeah.
think everybody on reality TV is pretty stupid. But you just kind of have to keep watching in order to like find out like what's gonna happen. You know, how is all of this gonna end? But keep in mind, I've only watched those 2 reality shows. Joe's watching Love Island.
Love Actually, or
I am
Love-
stuck on a third reality show, Love Island. It's pretty much almost the same thing. It's been around since like 2015. You get 5 hot girls, 5 hot guys. You put them on an island, and you have to pair them up together, whether they like it or not. So the guy gets to choose what girl he wants to be with, whether she wants to be with him or not. And ultimately, they're there on the island to find love. But every once in a while, they'll throw in like 3 more hot guys, or they'll throw in 3 more hot girls. So if you're coupled, then you get to decide whether, well, the new people get to come in and decide whether they want to take that person from that other person, or they want to, do something else. But it's ultimately just a bunch of flip-flopping. So whether you're in a like loving relationship, somebody can come in, like some hot person can come in and just steal you away. Now you're coupled with them.
Okay. Well, that's, I don't know. You guys are into some really, I don't know.
I
They're
haven't
really
watched
raising the bar on this.
I haven't watched that. Joe's the only one watching the 3rd reality show. I've only watched 2.
It's ridiculous, but it's so good. Like
So
bad
good.
good.
It's your guilty
It's so
pleasure.
Like I'll call Joe or whatever, and we're FaceTiming, and I hear what's going on the TV, and it just sounds
The war
so
zone?
annoying. It just sounds so annoying. It's like all these
It's 'cause I'm watching
like
the-
British
they're-
girls.
Yeah, I'm watching the
Oh,
UK
they're
version.
British.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's just so they sound stupid.
Because they
like,
have
beyond stupid.
the Australian version, the UK version, and then American version. But I've heard the Australian one is really good, the UK one's good, and then the American one is okay. So I started with the UK one.
Well, I know, didn't one of the Hemsworths get like a new show recently?
He has that
I don't know.
movie, I think, on Netflix where I've heard it compared to
Chris
like
Hemsworth.
I've heard it compared to
Man on
John
Fire?
Wick, like Netflix's John Wick, like their own
Extraction?
type of John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a meme of that, but I can't really say it because it'll spoil the movie.
Did you watch it?
Spoiling Blad with all
I
his
have not seen it.
spoilers.
Yeah, dude, I'm bad at that. Hey, but I'm not doing it, so.
F it.
Viewers.
Spoiler alert. No, just kidding.
So I have a problem, and
What's up?
no, that's
you
just
cannot
that's my
lie.
problem. My Netflix addiction, or not my
Your
Netflix, my
guilty
reality.
pleasure, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
my
thought
guilty
we
pleasure.
were gonna, bust out the intervention and like.
You need to, because I'm addicted. I'm about to start the Australian version pretty soon.
There you go, Delilah. You guys are opening up. That's what you guys are gonna be watching.
One of the
24/7.
contestants is an actual kangaroo.
We're gonna get Kangaroo Jack on board. Oh,
That
okay.
movie.
That was sad. That was really sad.
Kangaroo Jack.
You
I've,
sound like Julian when he gets mad because I laugh at Carlos's joke and not his.
Oh, that happens like all the time, and it's just so ridiculous. I'm like, so we'll be playing like Warzone, or we'll be playing something, any kind of game, or even just like hanging out like in on the PlayStation or whatever the hell. And I'll make like a dumb joke, and I'll be like, just waiting for people to laugh because I think it's pretty great. Or I'll laugh at my own joke, and I'll just like, all right, cool, let's see what the hell. And nothing happens. I'm like, oh, all right, okay. Then like 5 or 6 minutes later, either Joe or Carlos will say the exact same joke, and Joe or whoever will start laughing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what the hell was that? And they play it off to the point where it's like they really didn't hear me say it. It's like they themselves came up with it on the spot, and it's like, okay, well, forget you guys.
Well, it's
I'm going
okay,
home.
Julian. It's okay, because like Joe doesn't listen to me like at all, and whether I'm being funny or not. So.
Burp, burp, burp.
Well,
Oh, wait.
I think you hit the spike.
I probably did.
Like,
Yeah.
I think you need to close this out because I'm gonna go now.
Well, yeah. So obviously, as we're wrapping up, Blad, do you want to shout out your YouTube channel or whatever?
yeah, man. You guys would probably do, I don't know, link down below, because it's YouTube Blad's Vlogs. I do just random stuff throughout like my week, and then I put it in a video, and I haven't been posting consistently lately, but hopefully that'll change.
With your Taekwondo episode or whatever.
No, dude, it's my episode where
It was like
I
the
go-
Jedi lightsaber battles, right? Or something.
that's one of them. That's one of the episodes I did. with my friend Kevin. He actually came out in the Guinness Book of World Records for being a founder of one of those sports.
That was really cool. I remember I was watching that one and I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. Like I didn't know that was a real thing that can be learned or whatever or taught.
Yeah. I actually want. He's actually making affordable lightsabers. I'm actually plugging him, I guess. He's making affordable lightsabers soon, so hopefully, I'll talk to him about bringing like a little chapter, like branch out here, dude. Because I know people will definitely be down to do it out here.
An El Paso original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, go check out Blad's channel. I'll probably drop a card on screen and then down below, so you guys can go find it.
Yeah, because as you guys know, I've probably in the channel or in my videos, if you see descriptions, a lot of times I don't tell you guys about it, but I do leave a link for your guys' podcast most of the
Oh,
time.
hey, thank you.
Yeah, because I've been a fan for a while.
Hell yeah. And that's why you're on episode 50.
Page
50.
50.
So if you guys are a good fan, no, just kidding.
Or if you guys just want to be on the podcast, you know, I like having different opinions and perspectives. So we're always looking forward to having
And
different people on the
faces.
podcast if you want it. Yeah.
And
Different
strokes.
perspectives and different opinions, really.
And different strokes.
Different
For
strokes.
different folks.
But yeah, guys,
Episode 50. In the
I
books.
was waiting for you. I was like, okay. As always, guys, stay sunny. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll put a little more detail as to the giveaway and our social media, so look forward to that.
Our
But
episode
it's-
50 giveaway. Look for our Instagram at all of a sudden pod, and on Facebook, I believe it's just all of a sudden podcast on Facebook.
Yes.
And we'll give you more details. It'll probably be something simple like and comment, and then we'll pick out a random winner. You can win a keychain and a couple stickers from us.
And also, guys, Mother's Day is coming up. I don't know about
Yes.
your mom, but my mom could use a new keychain, so $5.
Mother's
It'll be,
Day is
pretty
this
sweet
Sunday.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day is this Sunday, guys. So make sure to thank your moms and tell them you love them. I personally, like I said, my mom just started watching the show, and it means a lot to me. And my mom just means a lot to me in general. I mean, she does everything for me. So I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything, and thank you for watching and supporting me.
Yes, thanks again, Joe's mom, and thank you, mom. Thank you, my mom and my dad. My dad, he likes to share the links a lot, so I know it's not Father's Day yet, but yeah, thanks. But yeah, guys, I also want to give a special thank you to you guys, listeners like Blad, who still support and still listen to us each and every time we upload a video. But yeah,
I mean, 50 episodes in, and Blad's still here, and all of you are probably still out here too. So thank you for supporting us 50 episodes in.
And as always, stay sunny. Thank you.
Stay sunny. Bye. Wait,